What is up, my fellow gamers? It's Friday, which means one thing.
Weekend Respawn. I can't believe, man, I really buffed that one up.
Do it again?
Weekend Respawn. All right, no, you don't have to do it again. That's
okay,
fine.
all right. I'll splice
That's
it.
how we roll.
I'll
That's
cut
how
it
we
in the
roll.
editing. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Weekend Respawn. We've got a whole bunch of topics to talk about today, but the main topic of discussion is going to be early access is killing gaming. No. What's the topic going to be? Early access is a predatory
is dog shit. that's what the
early access is being used against you, the consumer.
They're taking advantage of us. That's what we're going to talk about.
That's
today.
what we're going to talk about, along with Subnautica, along with Helldivers, controversy, and some other fun stuff that we're talking about.
Whatever else we could come up.
Whatever else we could come up
from the top of my head, because I was a complete and total failure today as far as getting some show notes together. I should have called Ixius or somebody on Discord to go, hey man, put us a show together really quick. Will you? They would have like wrapped one right up there with like 15 different talking points. But yeah, here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are.
All right.
You know what we should do at the top of the show?
What's that?
We should talk about these awesome Troomy guys that are sponsoring our program this month.
Guys, the channel has a fantastic sponsor. They have reached out to us and said, we like what you do. Would you like to sponsor? Would you like to try some of our stuff? And we were like, yeah, we're only going to talk about you if you give us some stuff to try. So they sent us a ton of shit.
Ton of stuff.
They did. Genuinely. They sent us all of their stuff. They were like, here, try everything. Let us know what you think. And we fell in love with it. And shout out to our community. We did a sponsored post last week on Last Weekend Respawn. And a ton of people reached out and said they went online and used our hashtag Dutch for 30% off and got themselves some of these new nootropics. Guys, these things are just a supplement company that's based on mushrooms. They use lion's mane and cordyceps and other awesome mushrooms. I love the research that's going into the mushroom world right now. It's pretty freaking dope.
It's pretty wild.
It's really good for your brain. It's really good for your health.
I'm so happy that you have not imbibed in like 15 of those things.
This is almost empty.
I know.
We got this 2 weeks ago.
I know.
But anyway, guys, I'm a big fan of the boost ones. These things do give me a lot of really nice, sustainable energy. I don't have a sugar crash. I'm not drinking coffee nearly as much as I used to be. And I vouch for these 100%. If you guys are looking for some energy-based supplements that you want to have on a long gaming stream or something like that, you're playing some games late at night.
That's what we use them for.
That's what I use them for, guys. So go to Troomy.com, hashtag Dutch at checkout for 30% off. That's a big fat discount, dude. That pretty
30% off is a big fat discount.
That's a good discount. I like that one. But yeah, thank you, Troomy, for supporting the channel, and for you, our fantastic community, for taking us up on this offer. All right.
Good job. All right. Knock everything over. Let's go.
I'm going to leave it like that.
Okay. Whatever.
Right. Early access, guys. It can be beneficial for legitimate small dev teams. Guys like guys like the Road to Vostok.
That's the kind of thing that this was probably set up for.
It's made for developers specifically just like that. It's one dude with a laptop and a dream.
One dude, couple guys in their house making some games.
Small dev teams who want to just create something unique and something cool. And they're like, look, we need funding. We need support from the community. They go into this early access program that's supported by Steam, and they get a little bit of funding from players who are interested in their game. And they can become a part of the story about how the game develops. I'm a big fan of that.
I am too.
I really like things like Road to Vostok and other early access games that I jump into, the Forever Winter, stuff like that. However, there is a massive problem going on that we did a little bit of research over the week, and we were like, what's going on? Because seems like every single goddamn...
Let's get into a little bit of a history here really quick. So it started in March of 2013. Okay, so it's been around, 13 years or so. And, according to the research we did, it started out with 12 games. And among those games are like Arma 3, Kenshi, some of these kind of games, and that was really cool. They got out there, Arma's pretty popular amongst our group. I had no idea that started out as one of the original games in this program. And that's good. They got their funding and did whatever, and here we are. There's a lot of games out there that have gone through this program, and we wouldn't be playing them if it wasn't for this program.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
However, the problem is this program has gone from a thing that helps small studios develop and get funding so they can continue to do their thing. But it's turned into a means for larger studios that should be able to get funding in other ways to use us, the paying public, to pay for the privilege of being a quality assurance beta tester. And, that's just one of the huge problems that I personally have with this system.
That's a big problem. That's a big problem.
Yeah.
You get a studio that's got billions of dollars, millions of dollars, whatever, big AAA studios, and they take advantage of a program like this that's meant to help smaller developers. Yeah. And then what they're doing is they're just basically using the player base as playtesters. But you have to pay for that privilege.
Right.
But then you get served up a half-baked game with a bunch of bugs and a bunch of issues, and then you have to take time out of your day to go on Discord or go on some freaking server somewhere and complain and fill out forms and surveys and do all this shit because they don't want to have their own playtesters do all this legwork. They're just going to have you do it, the consumer. That's a serious issue.
It's a serious problem.
And I think after looking at some of the data, like we were looking at this, since its release in 2013, it's been like 13 years.
Yeah.
14,400 games have been released through the early access program.
Approximately, yeah.
Only about 25 to 30% of those have actually made it to the 1.0 release.
Right.
That's a big discrepancy.
It's a huge discrepancy. And you don't expect all of those games to go through there and be successful and go viral and make money. Yeah. Most games are out there. Most books get written and don't get sold. Most games go out. The most, things, everybody has an idea and it's not always going to catch on. And it's the same way with everything, And
but the thing is so when they slap the early access tag on a game, it gives them a freaking escape route if things don't go their way. So they get to take your money, but then they don't have to deliver on any of the promises that they could send out a freaking roadmap that looks like Jesus Christ paved it himself.
Yep, that's right.
But they don't have to actually follow up on any of that because it's early access. And in fact, there are some verbiage in the Steam directive when you sign up for this program is like, don't make promises you can't keep.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
But that's
like,
okay, so we just won't make any promises.
Don't make any promises.
We're not going to say anything. We're not going to guarantee anything. Yeah. And we're just going to take your money.
And there's no guarantee that you're going to get a finished product with your money.
Right. And it's a slippery slope and it's a dangerous proposition for consumers. I love playing games. I like some of my favorite games right now are still early access.
Well, here's the thing. When you go on Steam now and you start looking at all these cool games you want to play, I'm finding more and more of them are freaking early access games. Yeah. It's like, I don't want to buy an unfinished product. I want to consume a complete and finished product that is ready to go, that doesn't have bugs and texture problems and crashes when you load it up.
Yeah.
I get the argument that these live service games, so they're a perpetual beta game, Helldivers, Arc Raiders, whatever. I get that. I do. I was pushing back against some of our friends with the Arc Raiders thing earlier this week, and I understand it a little bit more now but at least that game fires up when you push the power button. It doesn't crash when you get a new update. Hopefully,
let's cross your fingers on that one.
But it's just the gaming model these days is just it's wild to me. So I'm getting flustered with my thoughts here because they have so many things going through my brain.
Let's go down.
There's so many different things that are wrong with this program.
I play a lot of freaking early access games.
Yeah,
and like I'm about to buy another one.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So, this really got me going. I'm sorry. I'm not meaning to cut you off.
Let me finish my sentence. So Subnautica 2 I'm a big fan of the first game. Love the first game. They announced the second game. There's all that controversy that we covered a couple weeks ago with the lawsuit and the dev team getting fired and all that shit.
Yeah.
And now everything's the ship has been righted and they're ready to shoot the early access. They're saying now you guys can have access to the game on May 14th, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. But it's still technically an early access part of the game.
Isn't Subnautica made by a big studio?
The studio itself is small, but they got funding.
Their millions, right? They've made their money
from the first game.
I
have no idea what the financials are from the first game. I'm assuming it's pretty popular, but I don't know. But they did get funding from a larger corporation, the one that tried to sue them out of their $250 million bucket.
Like, what is it, like Sony or something?
No, it's I don't know who, I can't remember who it was, but they got funding from a big corporation, but they're still going to go through this early access phase.
So what do
I think from their perspective is they're like, we want to get you access to the game that you've been waiting years for a little bit faster. And then the 1.0, who knows when the 1.0 is going to come out? I don't know. I'd have to
sounds
see.
A little greedy to me. Let's get funding from our shell corporation overlord, and let's also get money from these players who are going to be our beta testers, because regardless of whether you think you're being a beta tester or not, they're still getting all that data.
Yeah, they're getting your data for sure.
They're getting your data, and it's just the whole pay to play an unfinished, incomplete product is just I can't get past that. I'm sorry.
Some of the worst, some of the people that take the most advantage of this. There's an example here that we had. It was Baldur's Gate 3, which I have not played, but this is just some research that we did. They use a $60 interest-free loan from players, right? They pay $60.
Well, that's just the smart-ass way of saying, hey, you get your $60.
Yeah. And we get to go test this game.
And we get to go play.
Now, this has happened several times, or just in the recent history, like the last couple of months, this has happened.
Yeah.
They have an example here of PUBG Blind Spot, which is a market test. After 50 days, gone.
I just looked it up. It's gone. It's unavailable for purchase.
Do they give refunds? Probably not.
No, not at all, because they don't have to.
They don't have to because it's early access.
Because it's early access.
Right.
There's that loophole in there that says this. No guarantee that this is gonna ever come out.
There was what was the other game that just got High Guard? Same thing.
Yeah.
The Crew with Ubisoft. They just got sued. Well, not sued, but they just had that whole thing with Stop Killing Games, where they just destroyed the game after it came out because it didn't do well.
Right.
I said High Guard already. There's the Crew. There's the Marathon is I don't know if is Marathon early access?
No,
it wasn't.
No.
Okay. All right. So that doesn't
it's not
count.
right now. I don't know if I don't think it might have been in early access. I have no idea, but they did like a. I didn't touch it. They did a server slam,
but that was free.
And there was like a closed beta before that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But over the past 13 years, we're talking about 1,000 games a year that go into this early access phase, and only a 25% ratio of which ones actually continue on after this. So this is just like it's a weird problem for small developers that maybe they lose interest, or they just don't have the steam to actually finish the game, and they kind of just let it peter off and it stops being developed. There's that. But then what we're specifically talking about is these large corporations that are using this as a safety net to hedge their bets against a game that may or may not do well. They're like, hey, we're going to get a massive amount of funding from games. We're going to go through the whole marketing thing. We're going to release this game. We're going to have influencers talk about it. We're going to have all this shit. And then we're going to get the players to buy it. And then after a little bit, we're just going to rinse and repeat on a new project.
And if it doesn't go viral and catch on in the first 2 weeks,
it's fine.
We're just going to ship everybody to the other new project that's being developed, the unnamed secret project. And we're going to leave two guys
in charge of just putting the update
on this game so that they can do an update every couple months so where it can stay in the early access program and we'll still make money on this thing. That's what they're doing.
I think this problem is only going to get worse because players like to play games.
Yeah.
And we get hyped up about shit very easily. I'm hyped about freaking Subnautica 2. I can't wait to play that.
I know you are.
Game.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's EA, but that's the problem. I'm part of the problem.
Quit being part of the problem, man.
I'm part of the goddamn problem because I'm like, I don't give a shit.
Here's the thing. We're all part of the problem.
Yeah.
We all love to
it's
play
that
games.
Consumer mentality.
When I started this conversation on our Discord the other night.
Oh, dude, it went off.
It went off
Yeah.
immediately.
Everybody had...
in a channel that hardly ever gets anything going. It was going 100 chats in like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Everybody had an opinion.
Oh my God.
We were all talking about... I'm like, look, I was making the argument... I was being a little bit of a dick about it on purpose because I want to make a point. But I'm like, there is no such thing as a fully completed game anymore. As soon as the developers have had the opportunity and the option to patch / update / do anything to release their game into the wild and still be able to touch it, Once that happens, you no longer have finished games. Finished games don't fucking exist anymore unless you're Nintendo, and they're fucking super bad for consumers anyway. So hold on. Sure. So like the minute that happens, the minute a developer can say, "Here, can you give me $60 for this game," and you take it, but they can still reach into your device and update and patch and do shit, it's not a finished game.
Right. So here's what I was going to say. Back in the day, when I was playing games, growing up, in my teens and whatever. Yeah. We played, Nintendo games and stuff like that.
You get a console
or Commodore 64 games or whatever. You get the game, you pay your $40 for it at the store, you come in, you install it.
You plug it in
with your floppy disks, disc 1, disc 2, disc 3, disc 4. Yeah. You have your game. It's over. It's done. There's not really anything called an internet connection back then. You get what you get. So the game had to be complete. It had to be a finished product when you purchased it.
Do you remember the story about...
Now everything's connected, so they can give you a finished game, but now you can get your updates and everything just over the lines. Yeah. So they don't have to really put that extra effort into giving you a polished game when they can just update it anytime they want when you're plugged in. And that's where the problem kind of lies.
That's where it's kind of. So an example of this that I do want to, because Pearl Abyss, I think, has been pretty good about this. Crimson Desert was a $70 game. Yeah. So that's a hefty price tag. But they said in their announcement that this is well, I can't remember the exact words. I'm going to paraphrase, but basically it's a final product, high-end game. Right. And you're paying $70. We're not going to have microtransactions. We don't have any live service elements to it. It's just a one-time purchase, and everything else is free. That has been the case. I haven't had to pay for DLC. I haven't had to pay for freaking cosmetics, or none of that shit has been introduced. But they have regularly introduced patches and updates to the game, most of which have been really freaking awesome. Like I get to have a pet bird now for some reason. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I was not in the original game that I bought. Yeah, but now it is. It's if you want a pet bird, you can have a pet bird. I'm like, fucking cool. Yeah, but the changes and the manipulation to the controls, they've improved over the past couple of months. To me, though, it's like, did nobody before you sold the game say, hey, these controls are a little fucking wonky? Yeah. Like, do you think maybe we should standardize these a little bit? Like, was that nowhere in the process of developing? Like, so I love the game. Yeah. And I'm not mad that they're shelling out updates and patches and stuff like that. It's cool. Hello Games did the same thing.
Right. Fucking. So let me ask you this question.
Yeah, what's up?
So Crimson Desert, you got your cool eagle or whatever, right?
Sure, yeah.
So 6 months from now, when you get a patch and the first thing that shows up on this patch is like, hey, get the cool eagle upgrade with the fire feathers for only $14.99. So you're gonna lose your shit probably, right?
I'd be a little if they start introducing pay to play elements.
Well, but it's just cosmetic. It's okay. It's just cosmetic. It's not a big deal. It doesn't affect the gameplay at all. Well, then your eagle is just going to look really cool.
That's a live service game at that point. Then it changes. It's no longer. See, that's the problem. Is they have their fingers in the pie for so long that and that was my argument. My whole argument was fucking finished games don't exist anymore.
Yeah,
guys.
They really don't.
If you're downloading it, digital content, it's not a finished game. If you don't have a disc that you can hold in your hand and insert into an offline piece of equipment and still play the full game from start to finish with no problems, you don't have a finished product. I'm sorry, you just fucking don't. Yeah. Now, some of them are labeled early access, some of them aren't. Crimson Desert's not labeled early access, but they're still making changes to it every week.
Right.
I don't know. We're in a weird place right now, dude.
It's a very strange place that we're
and it's very easily taken advantage of, and that's the kind of the point of the conversation is like a lot of these large companies are taking advantage of this by selling you an incomplete game and then saying, "Oh, we'll fix it later." And we might as well kind of merge into this whole Helldivers thing because
let's do that in a minute. But I want to talk about. It's like, is there a way to fix this? Is there something that Steam should change?
I think.
Does Steam care? Because Steam gets a cut.
Oh,
they get a large cut of every dollar that's spent on early access.
I didn't know, and I love Steam. I am not talking shit about Steam.
No, not either.
Steam is actually a very, very good influence on the gaming community overall. They do a lot of good for us. I fucking love Steam. But I did read somewhere where they're like, yeah, if you refund the game, guess what? Steam doesn't
give them
keeps
back
their cut.
Yeah.
So the developer has to refund your game, and they lose a little portion of it for having it on Steam. Which I'm like, hey, whatever, man. Like, I guess if your game sucks and I refund it, like that's on you. But
my biggest issue with this whole thing is I don't personally think that large AAA studios with their millions of dollars of funding available should be able to have access to early access program.
100%.
I really don't think they should. And I think it should be...
If you have a development team bigger than fucking
20 people,
10 people, 15 people, you don't get access to fucking early access.
No.
You should have to have your company pay for the development of the game and then release the final product.
And if you're a small company that's being funded by Big Daddy, you shouldn't be able to have access to it either. You know,
if you have a publisher that's like
Helldivers with Sony.
Helldivers with Sony
should not have access to early access.
Right.
Sorry.
Helldivers was never early access.
No, I know. But I'm just saying that would be a good example.
Yeah. Arrowhead goes to Sony, they get publishing rights and they sell they give them a bunch of money to fund the finishing of the game.
They do a lot of really poor coding. That breaks the game and crashes people's computers.
Yeah, let's talk about Helldivers. Are you not done? Okay.
I'm not done. I just want to know what we need to fix this. We need to fix this. There needs to be some kind of way for there to be an early access program, but to where people feel like they're getting what their money's worth. You know what I'm saying? I don't like. There was some.
I think it's going to be down to the consumers to be careful who you buy early access games from. If you're legitimate, passionate about a project that somebody's working on and you want to support them, look, I made the mistake of doing a Kickstarter years ago.
Yeah,
I'm not going to name the game because I'm not trying to trash anybody, but I paid $150 something to do a Kickstarter because I was like really into the idea of this game. 5 years went by and I'm like, look, it was Kickstarter to develop the game, whatever. And I was a part of their Discord and I was getting regular updates and yada, yada, yada. 5 years goes by, I get the game and it's fucking awful. That's on me.
Yeah.
I chose to support a project that was in development. I had no idea what I was getting into. I was just kind of like, I like your idea. I want to help you.
Sure.
What I got back was not a fun project.
Piece of garbage.
It was kind of a piece of garbage. And I was like, well, shit, that's on me.
I mean, Kickstarter is definitely a thing.
To a degree, if you are signing up for an early access game, you do have to go in knowing what you're getting into. And so what I would say for consumers is like, do your research on the development team. How many games have they released in early access? Is this a rinse and repeat project for them? Is this the same developer that released 3 other early access games that are still in early access?
Is this like Ark, who's selling you DLC before their 1.0 is even out there?
Yeah,
you know that's bullshit. That's nonsense. They're gaining the system.
Yeah,
they're using it as a regular retail outlet for unfinished products.
I think the best thing that we can do as consumers is just do a little due diligence on our end. And be like, before I give you $40 for this broken ass game, let me do a little bit of research into who you are, what you're about, how many times you've done this, yada yada yada. And do I really feel passionate about this game, or is there another game in the same genre that's already finished that I can go buy?
Right.
And I don't need to play yours. Like, there's legitimate things that you can do, but as far as like on the corporate side of things, on like the actual system of all this, Steam, I would say, would have to limit early access to smaller development teams. Like, you don't get to go in with $250 million worth of funding and then also do early access and get another $100 million off the consumer to finish your game.
Right. Exactly. That's exactly how I feel. It's nonsense. I feel like we as consumers are being taken advantage of in a lot of cases on this. Now, some cases I don't feel like we are.
Yeah.
The Vostok guy is the perfect example.
Vostok is a perfect example of that.
Perfect example. Yeah. If he never finishes the game,
I'm still okay.
I'm still okay with giving him my $20 because that's a lot of work for one dude. And I know now he's able to
and
get the funding. So now he's able to
I just hopped on to Road to Vostok today because I had a new pair of headphones that Dutch gave me and I wanted to test them out. And goddamn, does that game have some freaking crazy sound design?
It'll be $65 by the way.
Okay, all right. I was gonna ask like how much do you need for these? Because
he just comes in here yesterday and he's like going through my drawers and shit. And he's like, "Hey man, I saw you had these really cool headphones. You care if I go try them out?" It's like I'm like,
Yeah. And then I tried them. And then I tried them, and I was like, I'm keeping these.
It's all good.
Oh yeah, dude.
They're inner ear monitors, so they're a little different than the puppy phones.
They're so lightweight.
Yeah,
like I don't even feel like they're on.
I guess I could go buy another pair. No big deal.
All right.
But yeah, good talk, man. Look, this isn't the first time. This isn't the first time we're going to talk about, or the last time we're going to talk about this. This is an ongoing issue, and we're going to bring it up again.
We just have to be careful what we buy, I think, as consumers. And until we started researching this, I never even knew that this was a thing.
Oh, it's huge. It's a huge thing.
And then when I looked into it, I'm like, holy fuck! Like almost every game that I play,
literally every game somebody is on Discord.
Yeah,
go check out this game on
Steam.
Check
this game out.
Early access. Go check out this game. Early access.
Oh, I can't wait for this game to come out.
This is going to be great. I can't get to buy it. It's like early access. Fuck. What the hell, man?
Everything's fucking early access.
Everything on Steam is early access right now. And I'm pounding the table and shaking stuff. I'm sorry. But good Lord, it's too much.
It's a little crazy.
It's too much.
Yeah.
It's just, come on, man. It's like Forever Winter and
Road to Vostok.
Road to Vostok and what's the other one we were playing with that we haven't played? Windrose. That's another one.
That's another early access game.
Freaking
smaller development team.
Space Jump or whatever. Jump Space.
That's another early access game. It's like small development team.
It's like, come on, man.
But those specific examples, have not gotten funding from a publisher.
Yeah.
Those are all legitimate.
Battlefield 6. No.
Battlefield 6 early access.
Hell no.
I honestly,
if it's from Ubisoft, Sony, Activision, whatever,
fuck off.
Fuck you. If you're a studio that's being funded by any of those guys, Tencent has been like really guilty of this. No, it's just enough. Yeah. Enough is enough.
Yep.
Quit using us as patsies. You know, it is what it is, but we could probably move on before.
Yeah, we could probably move on. We kind of beat the dead horse.
We'll come back to this later.
But anyway, comment below your thoughts, guys. I'm of the opinion that if you're a live service game, you're basically an unfinished game at this point.
Yeah, perpetually unfinished.
Unfinished.
And I'm okay with that, like in games like Ark, because they're telling a long story. I'm okay with these kind of games. I played World of Warcraft for years. World of Warcraft was
a subscription-based
game. Yeah, $15 a month.
Listen,
you know, it is what it is, man. It just
I will not fucking pay.
I gave them thousands of dollars.
I will not give a fucking dime to somebody for a subscription to a game.
Yeah,
it's not a fucking Honda Accord. I'm not leasing it from the developer. Fuck you.
Yeah, yeah. No, I get it.
There's no goddamn way. Anyway, all right, let's move on.
All right,
Helldivers 2 controversy, bro. What is going on?
And you know what I just did. You watched me do it just like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, you uninstalled.
I just pushed the uninstall button. I said, enough.
How many hours you got in?
814 hours.
I got 1,350 something hours into Helldivers 2.
How can I have over 800 hours in the game and feel like the little guy around? You know, because with our crew.
Oh, our crew's got thousands
of hours, man. It's wild. And we got some of our friends that just won't give it up. But, you know, whatever. Okay, guys.
A little addicted. So the recent controversy, they had the exosuit warbond. I've been following Buzz Lightyear's videos on this, and he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I think most of the propaganda commanders have kind of checked out and moved on to other things, and so
I think Buzz might be the only one left doing it. But so in
propaganda commanders, I want to go to Sweden.
I want to go to Sweden. Pay for me to go there so I can talk about your game.
Really hard to be objective, right?
For a while there it was, but I think people are getting over it. But anyway, so the exosuit thing, they dropped the warbond. During this patch, they've changed a shit ton of things about armor ratings on enemies, speed of the enemies. I log in, the fucking bugs are going like 200% faster than they should. I've got fucking shitty armor on. I die immediately on like a low level just to check out the new biome. And I'm like, dude, this is what the fuck?
Wait, your shitty armor that you paid $10 for to buy in the warbond?
Yeah. Rinse and repeat weaponry. And I'm just like, dude, I'm tired, boss.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I'm like, I don't really, there's no longevity to this game at this point. Now I feel like it's just a cash grab every warbond.
It's the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah. And the big problem, you kind of lost it when they started lying to us about like nerfs and shit. You were like, fuck them.
Fuck them. I'm done with it. They're going to be dishonest. Just flat out lie to us like that. And it was they lost me with the machine gun.
Coyote.
The Coyote.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, we didn't nerf
the Coyote.
We just changed everything.
We just changed everything else around it so that it would be less effective. And it's like,
come on,
bro.
Get the fuck out of here.
What the fuck are you doing?
Is this
like you gave us
that's a really lot of work to just nerf one gun.
To just lie to your community, to your player base.
Yeah.
That was a crazy take. That's when you kind of fell off. I was still enjoying the game. I was still having a good time, but as it got clearer and clearer to me that they were just not interested in making any kind of meaningful progression for long-term players, and they were just going to continue doing exactly what they've been doing, I was like, okay, then I don't have a reason to log in.
Right.
I'm capped out on everything. I've got all my weapons. I bought fucking like 13 out of the 18 war bonds. I'm like, bro, I'm tired.
Yep.
And you're not giving me a good reason.
I bought every war bond.
And then on top of that, you're taking away the things that made the game fun to begin with, again and again, to satisfy some weird realism idea that they had. They kept saying, well, it's got to be realistic. And I'm like,
you're playing a fucking space shooter game.
You're a space shooter game fighting fucking giant bugs, man.
And robots.
What do you mean realism? What are we doing? What are you talking? It was more of that.
It's like watching a Godzilla movie and going, oh, well, this isn't realistic.
How is he standing up in the water? The ocean's thousands of feet deep. Is his feet thousands of feet long? Shut up, nerd.
And there's this giant monkey. That's not real. It's like, come on.
A ship that size wouldn't be able to handle. Guys, look,
I'm diverging here.
Anyway,
but the aircraft carrier fight with King Kong and Godzilla. One of the best things ever put on TV or on the movies. Great. I love it. Anyway.
But
nerds.
No, but like they this last week they lost me completely. Like I was still kind of hanging on by a thread. I'd still log in every once in a while just to sneak a freaking drop pod in, have some fun. And then this week I drop in and just immediately get fucking trounced. And I'm just like, ugh. And then the response. So the feedback they had, I think 3,000 negative reviews on Steam in 3 days or something like that recently.
Yep.
This was like a day ago or so. Of course, every time this happens, all the freaking devs and the CEO and Pilestead, they all come out and they say, okay, guys, we hear you.
Oh, yeah.
We'll revert. We'll change. We'll listen
make some
better.
Changes.
We'll make sure to be better in the future.
We hear you. We read what you wrote. And
we'll do better.
We'll do better.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. You said that 6 times.
They say it every patch.
Goddamn patch. You say the same shit and nothing fucking changes.
Do you want to fill out a survey?
They released a survey the day after the patch when everybody was so pissed off.
Let me give it to one of my Discorders who will give you at least 10,000 words in a survey.
Even the most diehard people on our server are all like, I uninstalled. That was a bellwether. When I saw that happen, when Fob is a member of our Discord since day one, hardcore Helldivers fan, he was like, I'm done.
I'm out.
And I was like, what?
I'm going to go play this early access game.
Like, holy shit. I literally texted the A team and I was like, guys, Fob's out. I was like,
we're done. We're done.
That was fucking crazy.
Gonna go build some castles.
You lost like your number one dude.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just continues to get worse and worse. And I just feel like as a player, there's no longer a legitimate reason for me to want to continue doing this. I don't want to keep supporting this development team. The development team's kind of like turned on their own, like their attitude towards certain things when they respond to the community is like super negative and like I'm like, look, man, I get it. You got a bunch of crazy people talking a lot of shit to you. You tend to want to.
The gaming community can be extremely extremely
I'm pretty
rough.
Forgiving when developers like spit back a little attitude. I get it.
I get it. 100%.
I spit back attitude in comments all the time. I totally get it.
It's like, yeah. You're just a miserable person who likes to bitch about things.
Right.
The internet is filled with those.
Sure.
But we are so far beyond that when it comes to this game.
Yeah.
Because even the normies out there are understanding that this is just a repeat and rinse cycle that Arrowhead goes through every single patch.
Yeah.
They have this vision that they see that is completely different than what the players want. And then the coding is always screwed up. They have to go through weeks and weeks and weeks of trying to fix stuff. And then they lie to us about what they're fixing and why. And it's just, it's too much.
I'm done.
It's too much.
I don't want to deal with it anymore.
Yeah.
I have a thing in the back of my head that keeps saying that they're either purposefully sabotaging the game or that they're lying to us about how many people they actually have working on it.
Right.
While Pyle said probably took the fat stack of cash that he made.
100%.
And he already said I'm moving on. I'm going to another project. He's probably taken the best of the best with him to go work on that project.
For sure.
And now we're dealing with a skeleton crew, and they're just playing damage control 24/7.
We're dealing with the derp coders that they left, that they didn't want to bring them with the cool kids to the new secret project, you know. And
they're not going with the cool kids.
Yeah, you know, it's like, oh man, leave this.
Leave,
dude. That Eugene dude, just he needs to stay at the Helldivers.
Kind of stinks.
He's got a BO problem.
He's got a BO problem. Yeah. Let's leave him there. Let him work on HD2, and we're gonna go over here.
Yeah. We're gonna go over and work on, you know, Helldivers Elite or whatever it is that they're working on over there.
I don't think it's gonna be Helldivers. But here's the thing, though: is the problem with this is like they're ruining their reputation.
Yeah.
So the next time they do have a game, you think it's gonna do that well? When they've spent the last 2 or 3 years,
I have no intention of buying another Arrowhead product right now.
What's the likelihood that people are going to be like, "Oh, Arrowhead made a new game"?
Are we going to buy it? Yeah, probably. But it's going to be like you know, like when The Last Jedi came out.
Oh, here we go.
Remember?
I remember.
Or no, it was like, what was the third movie after The Last Jedi fucked everything up?
The Rise of Skywalker.
When Rise of Skywalker came out, we're like,
I mean,
I've already watched the first 2 movies, so I kind of
just want to see how bad they fuck it up.
See how they mess this up, because we know it's going to be bad.
We know it's going to be terrible.
But here's my $20 anyway. That's where we're going to be with the next Arrowhead game. I have a feeling, you know, and maybe it'll be great.
Maybe
because maybe like you said, maybe they're kind of self-sabotaging, because the next game is not going to be under the Sony umbrella. They're completely funding it themselves. Probably we're gonna get early access at some point, so they can, you know, do the shell game with the thing. But maybe they just don't give a shit about Helldivers 2 that much, because there's Puppet Masters for that game. There's Puppet Masters for that game,
sure. And
with their new game, they're not going to have that.
Yeah,
and I kind of respect that a little bit.
Did I just turn you around on this?
Maybe you did.
Yeah, because they're like, we don't want Sony breathing down our neck, so we're just going to let this game die on the vine while we go work on our own thing that's completely stream-free.
They're going to keep going because they can sell these war bonds,
and they'll make a little bit of money.
You know, to the diehards out there that just refuse to give it up. But yeah, I think that makes complete sense. That really does make a lot of sense.
Conspiracy behind Arrowhead now.
Yeah, it's like to get away from the Sony. The Sony guys, they're too hard and overlordy, you know. And I think Tencent is like they're on the board of Arrowhead too.
Are they?
So they can get Tencent money, I think, and you know, which is, I don't know. I'm done with Helldivers. So I hate to say it, because it's been good to the channel. We got the poster up there.
Yeah, we do.
You know,
for sure.
It is what it is.
Half this room is decorated with Helldivers stuff.
Yeah, we got a helmet.
We got an awesome helmet. I got that.
It was an awesome game. It was
a fantastic game, and I had a ton of fucking fun doing it. Playing that game for 1,300 hours of my life. Yeah. Planet side, blowing shit up. It's a fucking, but it has the potential to be.
I can only launch so many nuclear missiles. Still my favorite mission to run.
Still my favorite mission
to run. I kind of want to go log on to do it right now. But still.
Anyway, yeah. Helldivers is in a real bad spot, in my opinion, and I don't know if they're going to be able to pull out of this tailspin.
Yeah.
I really don't. I think they've lost too many people, and they don't show any signs of
still getting more players in Marathon.
That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. What's the next subject, man?
I don't know. This was kind of we didn't have a lot of topics this week. Should we just go right straight to the?
Well, no, I just want to mention, I know we just kind of covered this. Subnautica 2 is releasing on May 14th in early access. It's a game that I've been very excited about. They released a trailer for it. Trailer looks dope.
Early access.
It's early. I don't know why it's early access, but I'm still, dude. I've been waiting for this game for years, and I'm like, I just want to jump in and play it. I'm good. I can do this. Whether that's a good idea or not after our previous discussion, I guess you can say so in the comments. But
I'm gonna go on a tangent here.
The trailer was pretty good. Hold on, give me a second. We do have the PlayStation. Oh, dude. Okay, so talking about Sony, let's cover this just real quick. So a couple of days ago, Sony made an announcement that they're changing the terms of service for their online games. Right? So your PS4 and your PS5. They're claiming it was a misunderstanding, but I'm saying that they are doing damage control. So they said that their new policy is if you don't log in 30 days, the license for your game rental, it's a fucking rental, is then revoked.
We don't own anything anymore,
you can't play the game unless you log back in and re-verify with your PSN account that you own the game. Even though you gave them money, fuck you.
Yeah.
People obviously were like, "Hey, that's fucking shitty."
I wonder how many consoles got thrown in the garbage. Dude, protests after that. I bet you there was a couple.
They've walked it back. Reel that one back. That was a misunderstanding.
PR guys are going, hey.
So they reel it back. Now,
damage control.
The new term is you log in once to access your code, you get your license, you verify the game is yours, and then you download it and it's yours forever. No need to be online.
Okay.
Oh,
great. Cool.
This is why we got to keep them accountable, though. This is why Stop Killing Games needs to go a step further and start going after these predatory practices with these fucking licenses and shit.
Agreed.
I am not leasing a fucking game from you. Suck a cock.
Nope.
Not doing it.
It's not a Honda Prelude.
If I pay you money for this thing, I'm keeping it's mine now. Thank you for making.
I don't even lease cars, dude.
I don't. Yeah, no.
Leasing's a bad idea for anything.
Just real quick, I just wanted to cover that because that was a funny news thing. Because I was planning on covering that news, as part of the overall early access discussion and how we don't own our games anymore.
Right.
But then I just found out today that they freaking reeled it back, and they were like, "No, never mind, never mind."
These policies these companies are using these days are wild,
dude.
It's so anti-consumer.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just sit there and gobble it up like it's freaking strawberry cheesecake at the freaking Cheesecake Factory. It's like, give me more. You know, it's
crazy, man.
It's wild.
Just be aware as a consumer. Just protect yourself as much as you can.
Meanwhile, I'm going to go over here and pretty soon and play some other games I got to get logged onto their servers for, you know, because you can't play without being logged onto the servers. But it is what it is, I guess.
What a weird time to live in.
It's a very weird time.
You ready for some viewer comments?
Viewer comments, sure.
All right, let's do this first one right here.
Go ahead.
It says, from Carnage Fails 333, it means a lot to me when you dudes cover Helldivers, even in a segment. Congrats on the crispy new studio. Love you, brothers. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Look, man, I really wish that we had better news to talk about with Helldivers. I would love to continue the Salt Divers podcast and just have fun and enjoy the game and talk about it the way we talk about Ark or the way we talk about other things. Like, I wish that was continued. And we said this last week. I'm going to say it again. The problem is we got to a point where all we did was log in and just bitch.
We just got finished doing.
Yeah. And I'm really not interested in making super negative content every single week. But they're not giving us a whole lot to work with. And I'm just like, no, I just don't want to be that person.
They don't give us a lot of fun, positive stuff to talk about.
I want to talk about how fun I had in Ark Raiders and how fun it was to blow up a Bile Titan and how, I want to talk about how much fun I'm having playing games with Crimson Desert and Subnautica and all this shit. I want to have a good time.
The conversation is, man, about Bile Titan this week, I had a really good time fighting it until I fell through the planet. And then I got ragdolled into orbit. Because they won't fix anything.
I was having a great time fighting that Bile Titan until my computer overheated and stopped working.
And burst into flames. Remember when people were saying that shit? My computer blew up.
There was when I first started playing this game, keep in mind, guys, when I was first playing Helldivers, when I first bought it, I was playing on a laptop with like a 2050 graphics card and like 6 gigabytes of VRAM. Like, I was running that shit hot trying to play this game. And I got through like a chunk of my hours played is on that laptop. And then I got this beefcake over here in the corner, and I was like, this is fantastic. And even this motherfucker was still like, fucking running that game. And I'm like, God damn, guys.
It only took them 2 years to get the game,
the slim patch.
The slim patch in. It's like,
they went from 180 gigs to 20.
It's called optimization. Jesus.
Our boy Spartan was out there going like, guys, you have like 18 gigabytes of refresh freaking skins in this game that don't need to be there, right? And they're like, oh, well, thanks for telling us that. Like, how the fuck do you not know that?
It's like, we'll let Eugene know because we're we're working on the new secret code game, the secret game. Yeah.
All right, on the same subject, here we go. Go ahead, man. Take it away.
From Biz Gaming, done with the HD2 after 800 hours in game. Arrowhead can kiss my ass, my dude. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you.
Wow,
a fellow 800-hour guy.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time. I'm sorry, it's a lot of time.
Dude. It's 1,300 hours,
and it sucks.
It does suck.
It does suck. But
again, we're never rooting against games. We don't want them to fail. But god damn, guys.
And finally,
and this is the what's that French word? The piece de resistance. What is that?
That's good.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
Right. That was
sure. That works. I don't know if it's the right one, but it works.
Whatever. Tampa Tom, what's up, bro? It says if buying doesn't mean you own it, then piracy is not stealing.
Let's go.
That needs to be on a goddamn t-shirt.
I'm sure it is somewhere. It will be soon.
That's 100%. I get it, man. If these companies are going to continue to do this anti-consumer stuff and they're going to take advantage of you and they're not going to let you own the things that you're paying for.
Yep.
I'm not going to complain about people who pirate shit.
Nope.
Torrent that shit if you can.
Yep.
PC Master Race.
I haven't done a torrent in a long time.
I have not pirated a game.
I used to torrent the crap out of
I don't think I've ever done
movies.
It.
I've never torrented
movies.
A game.
Yeah. Music, movies.
Yeah.
I've stolen some shit.
Yeah, me too.
But I've never stolen a game.
Yeah. I've never stolen anything. I've borrowed stuff that I made a copy of something that I already owned before.
Dude, I grew up in the age of LimeWire and Napster.
Pirate Bay.
Pirate Bay, Sail the Seven Seas, baby. Movies all the time. All the time. And I'd watch them and then I'd delete them off my hard drive.
My favorite thing was like, download a movie. It's like, why does this look like it was recorded from a camcorder from like the fifth row?
That's old. That's old school pirate, dude. That's like buying a VHS off the guy at the corner of the street.
Why is this in Chinese? And then I was like, what? That's not what Han Solo sounds like. I'm being racist
that's
now.
That's not what Harrison Ford sounds like. What the fuck? No, my favorite is the ridiculous gasp that they do. Anyway, God, I love Asian cinema.
Me too.
It's so fun. Final thought. I just had a thing in the back of my head. I was going to say it before we left, and I totally forgot what it was. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. Let us know what you think in the comments. Are we way off base here, or do you think we're dead on? We need to come together as consumers and get the guy that's running Stop Killing Games to take it
What's
to the next
the answer
level.
there? How do we fight back a little bit? That's what I want to know. What people think about.
Yeah.
Should they change their return policies a little bit? Should it be an easier way to get our money back from these crappy early access games that they're just ripping us off with? I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, guys, we'll see you in the comments. Thank you so much for watching the show. Do appreciate it. Shout out to Trumi for sponsoring this episode. Go to Trumi.com and at the checkout counter, do #Dutch for 30% off. It gives you a fat discount and some really awesome products. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you next week.